Hey guys, welcome to another episode of After Credits. I'm Barnyard from HalfKocked. With me, we have the man that never has a plan, Daniel.
I might have a plan now. It might be to jump off the roof.
The reason I am talking like this is because the movie I just saw with my very own eyes,
As opposed to somebody else's eyes?
killed half my brain cells in my head.
Please, support the HalfKocked Brain Cancer Fund. This man and other unfortunate souls watching Masterminds, they need your help. For less than a penny a day, you can give this man a new right side of his brain. Dude, you know we're gonna get, like, people with cerebral palsy smacking on the keyboards angrily at us, right?
I never said that, and I never meant to disrespect anybody with cerebral palsy. I'm just saying this movie will give you brain cancer and kill you. Oh my god, there were so many people in that theater.
Dude, why? This movie has no marketing. I didn't know this movie existed until like a week ago. And the theater was almost fucking packed. My favorite though was that one guy near the very front who kept explaining the jokes as they were happening. Oh my god, he just got stuck in the car. Oh my god, there's a vagina cream going in her mouth. Fuck me.
That man has severe retardation.
You know what I think this is?
Huh?
I think the guy who directed this, Jared Hess, who did Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre, he made this film to troll white trash America.
You know what the funny fucking thing about this is?
Yeah?
It's based on a true story, but every other movie that we've seen that is based on people committing a crime and it's a real story are good fucking films. I remember when Pain and Gain came out, my dad had a problem with it because it looked like a comedy, and if you saw Pain and Gain, you know it was a real serious movie that had funny moments in it. This, on the other hand, took a real life crime of a real life take of $17 million and made it with the intent of making it a comedy. I know it's based on a true story. I know this is the shittiest fucking film we will review probably this year.
Fuck it. Spoiler alert. Just...
I'm throwing it in.
We need this.
We're gonna tear this one a new one, just in
So,
detail. So if you don't want anything spoiled for you in this piece of shit, I know you don't care because you're not stupid because you're watching our videos, which makes you smart. But if you're stupid, test on the time code right here. Zach off and knock us with bangs, because these are the questions we need answered.
You sound like Donald Trump having a stroke.
I thought I sounded like JFK for a second. After Dallas.
No, I'm pretty sure most of that was... Zach Galifianakis
is in this movie.
He's a guard for an armored car money delivery company, kind of like Dunbar.
He joined it originally because he wanted the thrill and the adventure of possibly being robbed one day for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
I want to join this job for the sole reason I might get killed.
Kristen Wiig plays Kelly, whom he's in love with,
even though he
has a fiance played by Kate McKinnon. You know what?
Oh.
Kate McKinnon was one of the few things in this movie that, like, it crossed the border of so insane that I kind of smiled at it.
Oh yeah.
Because it felt like she knew and just didn't give a shit. Kelly is friends with this guy named Steve, played by Owen Wilson, who gets this idea to rob the armored car and make off with all the money.
Right after he saw the news article on how they caught the guy who
had previously robbed the same company. Kelly convinces, what's his name, David?
Mm-hmm.
Zach Galifianakis plays David. Kelly convinces David to break into the armored car place because she got fired, so she doesn't have the keys to the vault. And she convinces him to steal all the money, that if he does, she'll elope with him to Mexico and they'll live on the lam like Bonnie and Clyde. Whatever.
Bullshit. She's being manipulative and playing at the heartstrings to try and get money.
All it is just this stupid fucking white trash stereotype for 90 minutes that felt like 2 hours.
Was it a stereotype? I felt like he was just dumb and hickish.
Dude, when he was getting engaged and his Kate McKinnon is in this like gaudy, insane bridezilla dress and he's wearing a tux with a camo cummerbund.
Yeah.
Come on, man. They do the robbery, and this is the kind of robbery where David goes in there alone. He opens up the vault, and you see the big money shot of all the cash in there.
Dude.
Pretty much. This is the kind of movie where he'll start packing each of the packs of money one at a time, and then he'll try to throw packs in there and miss horribly. A lot of slapstick, a lot of pratfalls. This is the kind of movie where he accidentally locks himself in the van and then tries to squeeze through the front. And he can't because, you know, he's fat. Ha 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 ha! David steals the money and Steve sends him to Mexico early with like a fat wad of cash.
20 grand.
So they can get the guy that actually robbed the bank out of the country, and so the Americans can't get him without extraditing for him. And then we get this weird bit where Owen Wilson and his wife start spending a lot of money like rednecks. They start acting like the Beverly Hillbillies. And of course there's this one scene where they're fucking putting tractor tires on like an El Camino. And of course their snooty neighbors are like, oh, I've never seen this before.
Well, I can just sniff out fakers.
You know the one joke that would have made me laugh?
Let's hear it.
Just because it would have been offensive as fuck. Leslie Jones is the cop in charge of the case, and she starts talking to Owen Wilson's neighbor, saying, we're looking at this guy, and all we need is a confession, so, you know, wear this wire. When the guy's wife, she's like, oh, I knew they didn't get that money legally. He goes, she's always had a nose for picking out things that didn't belong. And if she would have said, like, the blacks, I would have laughed so fucking hard.
That would have been a little awkward because there's the FBI agent.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Leslie Jones gets mistaken for a dude in this movie. Because, you know, that's not a fucking tired stereotype.
Her and Kate McKinnon were the two things I liked about Ghostbusters.
Honestly, I just like the fact that Melissa McCarthy was getting slapped in the face.
Yeah.
Just because, you know,
Slapstick
I saw
humor.
Tammy. With that movie, when I reviewed it, the power went out 30 minutes into the movie. So what ended up happening was that, yeah, it was during a rainstorm and the power went out. And so everybody had to sit in the lobby, and they gave people rain check passes on it. But I said, am I really going to leave in a rainstorm, go home, and then have to come back to start this movie from scratch? No. And so what I did was I sat there for like 40 minutes. They gave me free popcorn and hung out. And then when the lights turned on, the guy gave me another guest pass for my troubles. If this movie were about Jason Sudeikis' character, I would love it. Because Jason Sudeikis plays this hitman hired by Owen Wilson to go and kill David in Mexico because David knows his real name, and so if he gets caught by the police, he could rat him out. Jason Sudeikis is wearing like this porn mustache and this weird like mustard yellow shirt, and he's obsessed with killing people by his bare hands or with like a razor wire. And the only reason he doesn't kill Zach Galifianakis in this movie is because Steve gives him a fake ID that just so happens to be Jason Sudeikis' real name. Owen Wilson gave Zach Galifianakis the guy's birth certificate too, and Jason Sudeikis gets a hold of this. So he legitimately believes that he and Zach Galifianakis were born on the same day in the same hospital at the same time and are named as the same person. He's sitting there like, man, have you seen The Parent Trap? This feels like one of those situations. No, it fucking doesn't! They were twins! You goddamn motherfucker, you!
Before they had that whole talk, they had like a Rocky 3 moment where they were running in the like on the shore of the beach and like
Yeah.
splashing each other and hugging.
They were
and stuff.
throwing one of those Nerf footballs,
Mhm.
and Zach Galifianakis missed it. Haha, funny.
At that point in the movie, I turned to Daniel and I was like, "What the fuck are we watching?" Zach is threatening Owen's character, saying, "If I don't have $6 million in this bank account in 2 days, I'm gonna turn myself into the police and I'm gonna give him your name first thing I do." And so he was like, "Oh, all right." And then 2 days come up and he calls him and he has Kelly, you know, tied up and shit. It's like, "Oh, you're not gonna go to the police?" And yeah. And so, you know, Owen Wilson tells, "Hey, you're gonna go to South America until this heat lays off, and then you know you're gonna get Kelly or something. I don't know." He goes to the airport. He gets spotted. They don't immediately pull him aside, but they call the cops, the same 3 cops that couldn't catch him earlier. He runs into Jason Sudeikis' character again. He's like, "Oh man, where are you going?" I was like, "Oh, well, I'm going to Rio because, you know,
I heard the women have big boobs there."
You know, I was like, "All right, well, I'm gonna go to Rio. All right, well, I'm gonna go back to North Carolina." Sudeikis just holds his hands up and he has Kelly's name written on his hand.
Why the fuck does he have the name of the person he's trying to kill? He spelled it wrong too. He wrote it Campbell. Like grab it by the horns.
He's like, "Well, you can't kill my girlfriend." And he was like, "Oh, this your girl? Oh man, I can't do my best bud's girl." They switch places. So Galifianakis goes to North Carolina and whatever his name is, goes to Rio instead. And then Galifianakis shows up to Owen Wilson's house when they're having like some neighborhood party or something.
With a gun?
With a
Where the fuck did he get that?
He was hiding it in the bread.
But where did he get it?
Probably Jason Sudeikis' luggage.
Maybe. Fuck it.
He rescues Kelly and they're on their escape. And at the same time, Leslie Jones' FBI agent has the wire tapped onto the guy who trying to get a confession while he's just smiling by the pool, hanging out, drinking champagne.
Kelly and Zach Galifianakis try to escape, and they try to bust Owen Wilson's BMW through the front gate.
Which you see in the trailer.
Do you see that in the trailer for this movie? I thought you were thinking about the trailer for Keeping Up with the Joneses because the money shot in that trailer is the same joke. He's supposed to break through something and he can't.
Doesn't. Yeah. That's Galifianakis' money shot. Owen Wilson confronts Galifianakis in front of the FBI van. Like, "Yeah, I did it. You're not the mastermind. I'm mastermind this." Yeah. He practically gives himself up.
And then it cuts. Like, we don't even get the appreciation of seeing them come out and actually arrest him. They just cut.
They just cut to, "Oh yeah, Galifianakis, and you know he's going to 7 years in jail." But you know,
Ooh.
yeah, I know, for fucking $17 million, 7 years. Well, I guess he was a mule.
No, they said at the beginning of the movie that the maximum amount you could serve for robbing a bank was 84 months, which runs out to 7 years. And then when he's in prison because he stole the most money of anybody in American history, he was a king. Then he gets out and sees Jason Sudeikis there with a victim in the back seat. And the victim jumps out of the trunk, runs away. He gets shot by a sniper.
He gets shot by the prison guard.
Why?
He's like, "That's why you don't go jogging next to a prison."
And then they drive off in the sunset. Movie ends.
Pretty much.
Fuck this shit.
Then blooper reel, which is the funniest part of it.
God damn it. That pisses me off. Why couldn't they have that during the credits? So we could have an option as to whether we really wanted to see this or not.
Yeah.
I clicked on time code. Welcome back. Fuck you. Watch us suffer, goddammit. Final thoughts. 4 out of 6. Fuck this.
The only thing that's actually worth this film is Kate McKinnon's awkward fucking character.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's
and
really...
Jason Sudeikis.
Jason Sudeikis is awkwardly
okay.
funny too.
Yeah.
I mean, barely, but it's still chuckle. I'm giving it a half a star.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll go half star too. Fuck it. You know what? I'm gonna break something here.
Uh-oh.
The Darkness was hilarious and bad. I gave that a half star. This isn't, like, completely worthless like Purge was, but it's not in any way redeemable, I'm gonna make a new rating. I'm gonna give this a quarter star.
Quarter of a star. 0.37 stars. Fact check me, bitch.
Fuck
No
this.
calculator. If you liked our little rant on this bullshit, please press the like button down below. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. You know, share our content if you think it's funny, if you think it's worthwhile, or you think we're fucking stupid, just share it. We have a Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Please follow us all there. Links down below. If you haven't already, please check out our series Half Nelsoned. It's where we predict WWE pay-per-views, and we do a reaction right after the video, and we have a punishment for the person who loses that night. I'm shaking.
It's okay. The movie can't hurt you anymore, Barnyard. It's okay, we're done.
If it's still hurting people, it's still hurting me a little.
I'm sorry, buddy. Oh, fuck, he has a fever. It's okay, man. You're so cold, keep your hand in mine. Wise men, woman.
Strong metal.